Okay, groomers, thank you so much for joining me today. And I really want to say thank you for all your help this season with grooming. We've really needed the help this year. We've had so many blooms. But today I'd like to talk to you about the different types of roses. This rose is a Jean Borner. Jean Borner is a Floribunda that does really well in our garden. And I want to talk to you about how to prune that because a lot of people are concerned about Floribundas because they have many, the growth habit of a Floribunda is a little different. It's a one stem plant with many blooms on one stem. And so people are like, what do? Do I cut that whole stem off? Do I go down further? So this rose, I'm going to show you, it's already started to bring out some new growth. And you can see here where you've got a spent bloom at the top. And I am just going to come in here, and I'm using my pruners in this way because it gives me a cleaner cut if I put this fat side on the top of the stem. And I'm going to come in here and just make my cut right there, and you've got your new growth coming out. Now this, let me find one that's a little more challenging, like this one is more of a cluster. And this is typically what you see up in the north garden, and you can tell it's all falling apart, so it is ready to be taken off. So on this particular rose, I could make my cut here, but if you look at the whole bush, this bud is going to go towards the center of the rose, so I'm going to go ahead and make my cut out here. Now, if you did make the cut right here, it's not going to hurt anything, but I'm going to go ahead and make it to the outside of the bush just so that it's not growing into the inside of the bush. And your new bud is right down here, and your new growth will come out, and it will look like this. It'll be that pretty burgundy color growth. I'll do this one. And Jean Borner is not always a cluster, and all Floribundas don't all produce many blooms on one stem. If you look at this, it has one bloom on one stem. So I'm going to go down a little bit further. I could go right here, and there would be nothing wrong with that because you do have a bud right there. But I'm going to go down a little bit further, just maybe one leaflet further, and make my cut right there so that it's a little bit, not that it's on a stronger cane, but it is facing towards the outside of the bush. Here you can see some really nice new growth, and that's what it should look like. Some people get concerned that that's rose rosette. Burgundy color growth is new growth, and that's not rose rosette, so you don't need to worry. Here again, look at this. You've got a spent bloom right here on this Floribunda, and then you have new growth coming from this side and this side. Well, I'm just going to come in, take that out, and let this new growth do its thing. And that's the great thing about Floribundas. They just bloom like crazy. Look at all that new growth. And we're in the last month of July. These guys are really happy. And that's why this rose has been in this garden as long as I have.